What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and today I'm taking a look at the ks0 stock power supply. I've talked about it in the past. They get super hot. Some people said that they weren't efficient, so I figured, you know what, I'd put it to the test and put it on a kilowatt meter. So I went ahead and plugged it in, let it spool up and get up to hashing. This is at a stock level. We have not done any overclocks or changed anything. It's just straight up plugged in and letting it run. So let's go take a look at it. All right, so I am running these off of stock power supplies currently. I'm about to switch them over to a server power supply so that we can run multiple of them, but we'll get to that here in a minute. These stock power supplies just get, if you've ever had one of these, oh my goodness, you know what I'm talking about. They get ridiculously hot, and it just, I don't feel good about it. Now, going over and looking at the efficiency, they're not bad. These units are rated at 100 watts and we're pulling 106.6. So I just have it hooked up to one of them currently. The other one's just plugged into the wall. But yeah, it's not bad. So I'm going to swap it over and we are going to plug in the server power supply, and I'm only going to plug in one unit to begin with, and we'll see what the power draw is off of that. And then I'll plug in the second unit and see what the power draw is with 2 units on there and see how that scales. Now this is a 750 watt and it is a 94% rated. So I believe it's 94%. That's is that platinum? They used to say on here, some of them do, some don't. Might just be a gold. I'm not sure. But regardless, let's convert this system over to what I feel like would be a more safer option. Because these don't get nearly as hot running a couple hundred watts. All right, so I have one of the units plugged in. The other one's not plugged in yet because I wanted to get a 1-to-1 reading. Now, some people have told me that these power supplies are not full 94% efficient at their lower end. So just running one unit off them, it's going to be less efficient than using the factory power supply. So I was like, you know what, that's a good test. And running more of them, it falls into its efficiency range. I'm no electrical engineer by any stretch of the imagination, so right now I can test with 1 unit and then 2 units and compare, see if it truly doubles or it does actually get better. But I've let this one get up and start hashing, and we are at 111 watts. So this one is burning 5 watts more than using the factory power supply. But this one's running ice cold. The fan's barely even spinning. If you have one of these and you've pushed them hard, you know that fan will get to screaming. So now it's just time for me to plug this second one in right here, and I'll let that bad boy get up and get hashing. And if it goes at a 1-to-1 rate, it'll be what, 222, but technically it should be getting closer to a better efficiency, so it should be a little bit less than 222, right? In a perfect world. Obviously nothing's perfect by any means, so let's see what happens. All right, so I got both units up and running, been letting them run for a while, and 2 units are doing 214, so that comes out to what, about 107 per unit. So we're already climbing up in efficiency. It looks like I need to put more units on because we're only pulling, you know, a little over 200 watts from a 750. And from what I've read online, these really like to be above 400 and below 700. So that's like the golden efficiency range. So yeah, I need to go get me another ks0 Ultra. We'll be right back. All right, so I'm a bad dealer. I'm doing my own product. We are down to the last unit over there, right there. Yeah, don't mind my messy garage. It's always in a state of flux. Anyway, yeah, so we're down to 1 ks0 Ultra in stock. I'm putting another order in, and I'm hitting a new MOQ, minimum order quantity. So my price is dropping down. So my price to you guys is also dropping down. So if you're interested in getting in that next batch, go ahead and check out the website, check out the Discord. It should say on the item title, pre-order batch 2, and you'll see, I think the price for the unit with no power supply is $299. The unit with the stock power supply is 310, and then you know, different options if you want the adapter cable and the server power supply and so on. But anyway, let me get this bad boy popped open. We'll put another unit on that server power supply and see if we can't get it into a better efficiency range, because right now we're just at where the stock unit was. Nope, my airsoft gun's but right there in the background. Sorry about that. I need to move that out of here. By the way, all these are going to be going into inventory here soon. I just got to get them all tested. So, yeah. All right, so I have the third one up and running. She's warm. All running off the single server power supply, which is ice cold. The fan's barely even spinning. And our wattage is at 322. So, what's that? I don't know, math. What, 6 times or 7 times 3 would be 21. So they're at about 107 and a quarter, 107 and a half a piece, which puts it right there close to the stock power supply's efficiency. So we still haven't hit the same efficiency or gone below that, but I'm technically not in the full efficiency range of this power supply yet. I don't have any more ks0 Ultras. All the rest of them sold. Boom, those are going out, and that one over there on the floor is already sold, confirmed. But I have another batch coming in, so maybe I need to add a couple more units. Maybe we'll do 5. Well, we'll try 4 and then 5, and I guess I'll do an update video. But yeah, so for the person that was talking about, like, oh, a server power supply is going to save you power, that is false. It is not going to save you power, but it just gives me peace of mind, because like these cables, cold, power supply, cold. I also am going to get a thermal, like, little laser gun for reading temperatures, and I am going to run one of the stock power supply units, and just so I can get a temperature on it, because it is just so hot. But anyway, guys, that's the experiment for tonight. So hopefully y'all are you know, maybe learned something, maybe didn't. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, differing of opinions, please fire it down below in the comment section. And then some people asked me, am I going to be doing overclocks on these? And I am looking at the PB Farmer overclocks and doing like a slight overclock to get it up to like the low 500 range. So that means, you know, across these 3, that would equal out, what, another almost 100 a piece, so another 300. It would be like almost having an entirely another unit beside it. The reason why I'm not looking at the big overclock is I don't want to go inside and do all the cooling mods. I'm more interested in something that I can just crank the fans on, maybe put some like 120 millimeter fans on these, and get a little bit of extra hash safely. We don't want to push stuff too hard. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Y'all have a good night. Adios.